When I was a kid, there was a storm drain right in front of my house. Just an ordinary grate in the street, wide enough to swallow sticks, toys, and rainwater. My mom always warned me to stay away from it. Don't stand too close. Don't drop anything in there. Don't even look inside. I thought she was just being dramatic. Parents always have a list of irrational rules. But my dad never laughed about that one. He never went near it either. Sometimes on rainy nights, I'd catch him staring out the window at the drain with his hollow, faraway look, like he was waiting for something. I was 8 the first time I saw it. A thunderstorm had rolled in, and I was pressed against my bedroom window, watching the water snake down the pavement and funnel into the grate. It wasn't normal. It didn't just flow, it twisted, like the drain was pulling the water in. And then I froze, because I saw eyes. 2 pale circles reflecting faintly in the dark, unblinking, watching me. Lightning flashed, and for an instant, I saw more than eyes. I saw a mouth. A grin stretched too wide, packed with sharp, gleaming teeth. I scrambled back from the glass, heart pounding, and when I forced myself to look again, it was gone. Just shadows and rain. For years I told myself it was my imagination, a trick of the light. Until the night the boy disappeared. I was 11, couldn't sleep. The rain was pouring and I glanced out my window again. There was a boy standing across the street, barefoot, pajamas plastered to his skin. I didn't know him, but he was just staring into the drain. His head tilted, lips moving like he was whispering to someone. I leaned close to the glass, straining to hear. The boy crouched, leaned closer to the grate, closer and closer, until his face nearly pressed against it. And then he was gone. 1 second he was there, the next second the street was empty. The police came the next morning, knocking on doors, showing photographs. My parents spoke to them at the door. I caught a glimpse of the picture before my mother pushed me back. It was the same boy I saw last night, missing. I wanted to tell them what I saw. I opened my mouth, but my dad's hand clamped down on my shoulder so hard it hurt. He shook his head once. Don't. So I didn't. But I noticed his hand trembled when he shut the door. A week later, the rain came again. Against every instinct I had, I peeked at the drain. That's when I saw it. A red balloon floating just beneath the grate, bobbing gently in the water like it was tied to something deep below. And then I heard it. A laugh. Not a happy laugh, not a child's laugh. It was muffled, cruel, a sound that sank into my chest and curdled my stomach. I yanked the curtain closed and didn't look again. We moved the following summer. My parents said it was for work, but I knew better. They knew what lived in that drain, or at least enough to get away before it noticed me too much. For 20 years, I managed to bury it. Grew up, got married, tried to convince myself it was childhood paranoia, a dream, a trick of memory. Then one night, walking home from work in the rain, I passed another drain. Not the same one, but it didn't matter. The moment I stepped by, I heard it again. That laugh, low and familiar, like it had been waiting for me all this time. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw movement. Something pale shifting in the dark, pressed just behind the grate, watching. I ran without looking back. 2 days later, a boy from my neighborhood went missing. No leads, no trace, just gone. And last night, I dreamed of the drain again. Only this time, I wasn't looking down into it, I was inside it. The dark was thick and wet, and something pressed close against me. I could feel its breath, cold and foul, on my neck as it whispered, "I'm patient. I'm everywhere." And it told me he remembers me. I woke up gasping in my bed, my heart hammering, and in the corner of my room, swaying gently in the dark, was a red balloon.